Where am I looking into?
No, you also be looking into the camera. Welcome to another exciting edition of Candidtalk, live on Smart Eagles. And today we get to interact with Legendary Maureen Lupo Lilanda. And I know that everyone has been expecting this exciting day, exciting moment, and today it has come. Madam Maureen Lilanda, welcome to Candidtalk, brother.
Thanks for having me, and welcome to my home.
It is indeed a great honor to have you on our show.
Oh, the pleasure is mine.
You are a legend in the Zambian music industry, and some of us we've grown up, listening to your music, and your music has shaped us in one way or another. And you know, many people, many people have looked up to you. Have looked up to you as someone who has shaped the Zambian music industry.
Oh wow.
Yes, of course.
That's a huge.
So, of course. So, tell us, who is Maureen Lilanda?
Oh, in a nutshell, born, bred in Zambia, educated here, married here, and when the time comes, I'm sure I will die in Zambia.
Okay.
When the time comes.
Okay. Are you a mother? Are you married?
I'm a mother. I biologically I've got two. I raised four. I have a lot of children in a lot of orphanages. I have a lot of children across the country in terms of musicians. So yes, I am a mother. I was married, but I was widowed quite early in my marriage. So yeah, I've been married. I'm single now. So yeah, that's more.
Okay, great. Would you mind to share your educational background?
I did my primary at Woodlands. There was only Woodlands at that time, but I hear now it's Woodlands A. And then went to St. Mary's, and then I did the diploma course in journalism.
Okay, great. So, you first of all did journalism before you went into music?
No, I actually started with my music, but because it was such a thorn in my father's flesh that I wanted to do music, so I had to do some course. He wanted me to do some. Originally, he had wanted me to go to university, but I opted not to go because by then my passion for the music was really, really high.
Okay.
Then it was a compromise. About 2 years into my music, he asked me just to get some form of paper to my name. So I then did journalism. So I was already singing when I went to do journalism.
Okay. So can you just tell us about this musical journey? How has it been for you?
In a nutshell, it's been fulfilling. It hasn't been easy. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of focus. You need support. I thank God that I had a family eventually that accepted me going into music.
Okay.
I am very fortunate that I had a husband who did not change me to conform to the norms of society. He accepted me as an artist. I am very fortunate that my children also came out normal. They went to school, they finished school, now they have good jobs. So my journey has been exciting. It's been anxious at some times because you don't really know what's going on, especially in times of COVID. It's really been challenging, but all in all, I think it's been a worthwhile journey.
Of course, that's great. That's great. So tell us, when during your time when you started your music career, when and where was your first performance?
Oh, I don't know if I can pinpoint because I think I've been on stage since I was in primary school.
Okay.
I was with the dance troupe, the school dance troupe. So if that counts as my first time being on stage, that would count as one of them.
Okay.
But professionally, I think my first professional appearance came at the Ridgeway Hotel, now Southern Sun.
Okay.
I think that's when I started getting paid for my shows.
Okay, great. How did it feel professionally being on stage, performing to
To be honest, because I was quite young, I was still in my teens. For me, the high was just being able to sing. and it wasn't really about the money. So the payment wasn't exciting me at the time. It was just that at least more people were getting to watch me, so the excitement was there, the adrenaline was there, so I was enjoying it.
It was indeed a nice experience.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
So you said you did some journalism.
Yes, I did.
So did you work as a journalist?
Yes, I did briefly. I did my my practicals at ZNBC.
Okay.
So I was there for about 6 months, and that was it.
That was it.
That was
You never went into some.
By the time I was finishing my diploma, I was full time into music.
Okay. Your amazing talent has, taken you around the world, and you've shared stage with talented people like Yvonne Chaka Chaka, Leona Lewis. Can you share this stage experience with such renowned world artists?
In one word, intimidated.
Okay.
Because you read about these artists, and then when you get to realize that these are who you are sitting backstage with, you just lose all. Generally on stage, I'm very confident.
Okay.
But when I'm with these great names all the time, I just feel so small. I remember with Leona Lewis, actually, I feel like a prat because I did not realize who she was.
Okay, where was
that? Was in England.
England.
Yes.
Wow.
And we're backstage, and everybody was at that time. She had her hits, and even me, I'm Zambian, and and I couldn't understand why there was so much fuss around this particular artist, and even me, I'm attitude,
Yes.
Then I get home and I'm showing my children the pics, and they said, "Mommy, you were with Leona Lewis." I said, "Who is she?" And they play her song. I'm like, "No," because when you're on stage, you're backstage. You don't get to listen to what is being on stage, because our backstage had no camera. Something had happened to the monitor that we had, so we were not watching what was going on stage. So I completely missed her performance. I did not know, and when I got, I'm like, "Oh, that is her." I was really feeling small. I said, I was giving her attitude because I was from Zambia, not knowing that I was with grades. So it's always an intimidating experience, but I always want to learn from them. Some of them I've even got personal friendships and relationships with them, but then others we lose along the way.
Okay. So the experience you've had performing on international stages, how can you compare with the stage experience like here in Zambia?
Oh, I think in Zambia we have a lot to learn from them. The level of professionalism there, you cannot get to your venue late. You cannot even get on stage late. There are people counting every second of it. They'll tell you, get her from makeup, bring her here. Get her here to get on stage. And once you're on the stage, they're counting you down. Whereas with here, like sometimes you can even afford to come an hour late. We still have quite a bit to learn. We're not. We are good at the craft, but we're not good at the business, and we're not good really at managing ourselves on stage. So I think that's the difference. If truth be told.
Okay, I see. Okay, for me, my favorite song that you've done is Mumba and Matamando, the newly released songs. Yes. So what is your favorite song amongst the songs that you have done? What's your?
Are you a father?
Not yet.
Not yet. Imagine if you imagine how many are you in your family?
We are 6.
No, I'm the journalist now.
Yeah.
You're 6, and then you hear someone asking you that you say, "So who's your favorite child?" Amongst all these, including this girl that doesn't listen, and they pick one. How would you feel?
Wouldn't feel good.
So my projects are my children, and all of them have a special meaning to me. So I don't have. Each one has a special feeling and significance to me. So they're all good to me.
Okay, I see. How has been Zambian music evolved from the time you started your music up to now? How?
I must say there are more and more people that are confident in the business. Unlike in our times, it was considered for failures, and I think that's one of the reasons why my father could not accept, because I was quite good at school. But back in the day, 78, it means you had nothing better to do to have music. Whereas now, I feel people have accepted one being a musician and being in the business of music. Most of our musicians now are going to university, so it's not about the chikopo. I've seen the music now is really competing with international artists. I see more and more people now sharing stage. Unlike before, it was really a wow thing, but now our artists are up to the game, are up to it. The music has evolved. The music of business, on the other hand, is much to be desired, because what I'm making now is a fraction of what I used to make in the 70s, in the 80s. So in terms of the business, we're getting, as artists, we're getting a raw deal. I hear there are two big giants now that are coming into play and are offering some good money to them. So maybe that's hopeful. I also have a record label, Elation, also, that is helping in upping the game in the music industry. So it's hopeful. We're not yet there, but we're getting there.
Your music has played, has played an important role in shaping people's lives, morally and culturally. How do you compare, the music that you did and the music that is being done right now, in terms of the content, the lyrical content of the music and the branding and everything?
I think everyone is entitled to their own branding, and everyone is entitled to their own lyrical content. So that's a difficult one for me to answer. And it depends on what market you're trying to target. So maybe those that sing the cussing and all that have a market. Those of us who have tried to stick to the traditional one, we also have our market. So it's an open market. It's a free market, and if people can sell their music, because I believe music ultimately should be consumed. So if your music is being consumed, then you're doing something right. The problem comes if your music is not even being listened to. Then I think you should re-strategize, because it's like having products in the shop and they're on the shelf and you keep on. So everyone is entitled to their brand, and everyone has their market.
So what else do you do apart from music?
I do farming. I do cakes. We are soon opening a restaurant. 99 jobs.
99 jobs.
Any side hustle goes for me. You tell me, lean up or dig, I'll dig. As long as it will pay me at the end of the day, I can pay my bills.
Let's talk about the resurrection of Maureen Lupo Lilanda.
Yes.
Someone decided to pronounce you dead.
Before even consulting
on social media. How did that news, reach you? How did you feel?
When it got to me, I didn't feel it, because I didn't realize how viral it had gone. So it started with one phone call, finding out whether it was true or not. And by the close of day, I couldn't even answer my phone, because it was phone call after phone call, phone call after phone call. At some point, I took it as a joke. And then when it got to me when I got into the streets, and people are double taking on me to say, she's alive, others, Dimo, that type of thing. Then it started getting to me, because it sort of affected my life as well. It affected my family badly. My daughter was caught unaware, so she just thought it must have been an accident, because I had just left home. So it had a bad effect, especially on my family, because for me, I knew I was alive. But what the effect it had on other people is what was getting to me. So eventually I didn't take it well.
Were you sick at some point? Maybe for someone to come up with such a story, or maybe someone might have heard that maybe you were sick?
In this short period, I think for the past 5-6 years, I've had very good health. So I don't know where that would have come from. I had a condition, sciatica, like 2 years ago, but it's not something that was life-threatening. It's something to do with the nerves.
Okay.
So if that could have led to my death and someone suspecting, maybe, but I think I would like to believe that I have been in good health.
Do you take that as some form of cyber crime?
Yes, in that it was very traumatizing. One of my older relatives actually collapsed when they heard of the news. So it took time to resuscitate them. So yes, it is a crime because I said, what if this person died?
Yeah.
You know, that would have been a police case because of
Yes.
what is a result
Very
of what
true.
is. So yes, I do consider it a cybercrime.
Do you think the government is in the right direction to introduce the bill that will ensure that innocent people like you are protected from this vice?
I haven't read the bill in totality. I do know that some of the low jargon are okay and some are not. So I wouldn't agree with it in totality. In some cases, yes, I would say that some of the sections should be adopted.
Okay. Are you following up this issue so that the initiator of this crime, I mean this rumor, of you being dead, that they face, the punishment? Because
We did start, and I think we've even got to a conclusion. But so many people have spoken to me and said, let it lie.
okay.
So I consulted with family, and we'll let it lie for now.
Okay. So what is your message to such kind of people who bring who say something bad about, negative about people?
Well, it's not worth it. I don't know what they're trying to get at when they're saying negative stuff about people. But it's one thing to say negative things, and it's another thing just to lie. Because that was definitely, it wasn't even negative, it was a lie. Why bring up such lies, and why use social media? Try and desist. Try and use the internet and social media for the good of development and for people, and not bring up anxieties and traumatizing people. Just stop it and use it for the truth and use it for the good of mankind. Yeah.
How do you handle criticism?
Badly. I mask it up well, but I think I take it badly. I'll show you face that I'm okay, but home everyone will suffer to say, imagine this is what they are saying about me. I'll call up my managers at Elation to say, and I think for them at Elation, it's their job for them to pull me down. So even when things are bad, they're also calming me down. I take it very, very badly.
Yeah.
But anyway, once I have time to sit down and dissect what they're criticizing me over, if I can, I do correct it.
I presume you observed how people reacted when they heard that you are gone.
Yes.
How did that make you feel? Saying to yourself that, oh, is this how people would remember me? Something.
To be honest, it was such a humbling feeling. And for me now, I've said the time God calls me, Zambia should not mourn because they've mourned me. I felt the genuine love. The calls I got, the messages I got. I said, this is how they would mourn me. So for me, when I really die, you just hear that they've buried. Because I've already been shown the love.
Yeah. Okay. How would you want people to remember you as Maureen Lupo Lilanda?
Just ghetto opposite. Just that.
Ghetto opposite.
Whatever it takes to be ghetto opposite, that's Maureen Lilanda.
Okay. What is your biggest achievement?
My children, I think.
Okay.
That is my pride and joy. That is my greatest achievement.
Okay. What is your biggest challenge?
I think evolving. Business has to evolve, especially the music business.
Mm.
You have to evolve because now we're in an era now of virtuality.
Okay.
How do you make it work for you monetary? I think for me now that's my biggest challenge to change with change. The fact that I've survived 40 years doesn't mean that it's easy, and it's even getting harder because trends are changing, modes of business are changing. So for me, the evolving is the biggest challenge.
Okay, great. Madam Maureen, before you go, I have 2 exercises for you.
Okay, do you have an ambulance ready?
So they are simple, don't worry. So number 1, you are going to sing for us, and the people's request, I know it's Mumba, an a cappella.
Not Matamando.
Not even Matamando, yes.
Because relation will kill me if I don't do Matamando.
Okay, no problem, no problem. In fact, 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just do them as snippets.
Okay.
Mumba yoyo, Mumba mene nikondaine. Mumba yoyo, Mumba mene nikonda. Mumba mvela, Mumba mvela, Mumba mwana wanga. Kubala mwana mwamuna Mumba, ni mwai wa ukulu. Kubala mwana mukazi Mumba, ni mwai wa ukulu. Konse punzi lako sikulu, mwana wanga iwe pena ukankale kazembe. Punzi lako sikulu, mwana wanga iwe pena ukankale piloti. Punzi lako sikulu, mwana wanga iwe pena ukankale dotolo.
Matamando.
Ramparube, 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 ram. Mwine wachalo ndiwe. Ramparube, 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 ram. Kulingana nawe kulibe. Fumu wa mafumu ndiwe. Chiutakalenga, all the praises that I have in my head, only you, Lord, deserve it. So take all the glory and take all the praise. Mwine wazonsa zindiwe, oyenera matamando, oyenera, oyenera. Nikauka kuseni, ni kuchifundo chanu baba. Vana vanga, daliso ya kumwamba. Umoyo wanga, ni moyo wanu dada. Matamando, 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 matamando.
Wow. That was nice. Wow. So another exercise is you're going to fill in the blank space.
This one I'm scared of.
It's simple.
Okay.
So the sentence goes like this: I never leave home without dash. I never leave home without dash.
Without
You can mention one, just even more than one.
Without my house keys,
Okay.
I can't say my phone because half the time I'm driving back to pick up my phone.
Okay.
These days I never leave home without my mask and my sanitizer.
Okay.
I think those are about the 2 things, the 3 things that I never leave home without.
All right. So, what are your final remarks?
I thank God that I'm alive. I thank God that I'm in good health. I thank God that I have a record label that has come to breathe back life into me. I thank Elation, if I'm allowed to thank them. I thank the people of Zambia for the love that they've shown me. I thank God for my country. I thank God for the peace that is in there. And I thank you for having invited me
Oh,
to feature with the program.
It is also our honor to have you on
thank
Candid Talk.
yeah, it's
We are
all-
very happy.
No, the honor is mine. Ziko.
Thank you very much. This has been Candid Talk. Today we got to chat with the legend Maureen Lupo Lilanda. And remember to catch us next time. See you.